My name is Raven. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. My freshman year of high school, I went to a school that was pretty gay. So when I moved to North Carolina, my sophomore year in high school, I was probably one of maybe 5 gay kids. I remember watching The L Word on Showtime really, really late at night and just seeing these women that liked other women. And before then, I knew that I was gay, but I didn't know that I could be confident and be gay. I remember there was an episode of the character Max, and his storyline was pretty much from becoming this woman to a man. And I remember seeing him bind his breast, and I remember thinking that maybe that could be a way that I could use to help make sense of how I felt about my body. So I'm just going through high school with this discomfort and not anybody to confide in. And I walked around with a lot of anger because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know who to come to. There was this one instance where in my senior year, during the pep rally, my guidance counselor was like, you know, at graduation, you can't wear a hoodie and sneakers and jeans. You're gonna have to figure out something else. You're gonna have to wear a dress, be formal. You cannot come as you are. I felt like she was telling me I couldn't be myself. I felt like she was telling me to be someone else and then come to prom and graduation. And yeah, I felt like she was trying to erase me. I went outside and I cried in front of the cafeteria while everybody was at the pep rally. I remember a friend coming to check on me, but I didn't tell her that that is why I was crying. It didn't even click to just be honest and be vulnerable. So I graduated, moved back to New York, and for a while I felt relieved and felt like I could be myself. But again, like these insecurities weren't addressed, so I carried them with me to New York. So I was watching an episode of The L Word one night, and I remembered that this person was binding their breast, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should try that out. I don't really like my breasts that much anyway. At first I had one ace bandage, and I realized that my breast slid out of the bottom, so I bought another one. So I would wrap pretty much like around to where I couldn't be wrapped anymore, like just before my breast fell out the bottom, and then I would wrap from I would just wrap the rest until just a little bit over my rib cage, but not too tight, but tight enough where they were flat. I ended up going out to a club with some friends one night, and I saw somebody that I knew, and I gasped from excitement from seeing this person, and I collapsed in her arms, and she asked me whether or not I was okay, and I was like, I'm just happy to see you, girl. It was like I was choking. So I went to the bathroom, and I'm thinking, I'm like, you should go home. You should unwrap this and go home. So I'm on my way home, and I'm cursing myself out, and I'm just like, I can't wait to get home so I can free myself. So I get home, and I'm pretty much standing in front of the mirror, undressing and taking off these bandages. I'm just looking at myself, and there's prints from just the bandage, and it's under my arms, on my chest, and I'm just pretty much taking it all in and coming to the realization that I could have killed myself. I was pretty much just admiring myself in the mirror and just taking in my reflection. So this is around the time where my self-care started to come into play. So every day it was just like, what can we do today? We as in me, myself, and I. What can we do today to like feel comfortable in this body? I was clear that I didn't want to be a man, and I was becoming more accepting of myself as a woman that was masculine presenting, with a few very, very feminine traits here and there. So I pretty much gave myself permission to like redefine my life and who I am as a masculine presenting woman that likes other women. My relationship with my body today is way more healthier. I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago binding my breasts. I don't bind my breasts anymore because I like my body now. There's absolutely nothing wrong with like binding your breast or binding parts of your body. But as long as you're doing it in the most healthiest way. My only concern is that people are finding the most healthiest way to do so, because I didn't take the most healthiest route.